Good afternoon, everybody. What's going on? What's going on, good people? I need a volunteer to admit people from the waiting room. Anybody?
I'll do it.
Appreciate it, bro. All right, you should have co-host privileges so you can admit people admit people from the waiting room.
Okay.
There's one. Let's see if you got it. There's two. You know how to do it?
I'm clicking participant.
Yeah, click on participant and then you can admit all.
All right, I see it.
Cool. All right, you got it. So let's take a look at today we're going to look at high frequency Forex, binary options, whatever you want to call it. So some fundamentals. First of all, the broker you use. The broker you use is in most cases determined by the amount that you are willing to start an account with. I have 4 different brokers that I use. This one is Race Option, as you can see. I also use Vide Forex, VIDE Forex. Another one that I have used is IQ Cent, IQCENT, and then Pocket Option. And I'll give you my personal opinion with each. IQ Cent was cool. I just couldn't get down with the color scheme, to be honest. The colors just started wigging me out. Then I started using Vide Forex. Vide Forex is okay, and I think, to be honest, I think they're all the same people because the interfaces are the same. The only difference are the colors. But Vide Forex was okay, but started having a lot of uptime issues. Like I'd be in the middle of a trade and the system just cut off, and then when I refresh, it'll give me that 500 error, which basically means that there's probably too many people on and the bandwidth can't hold them. So there's a server issue. That's the error 500 error. Pocket options I've never had a problem with, and pocket options you can use if you want to start an account with less than $250, $200. I believe you can start an account on pocket option for as little as $10 to $50. So right now I like Race Option because the color scheme is a little bit friendlier on the eyes for me. But other than that, this is the exact same interface as Vide Forex. It's the exact same interface as IQ Cent. Pocket Options is a totally different interface. Also, on Pocket Options, you can't do what we call rollovers. A rollover means that if you are confident in your particular option, but time is not on your side, you will see an icon pop up under rollover right here. You can click that. What it does is extends your time by 2. So if you have, for instance, this is a 1-minute option. If I were to take this trade, if I hit rollover, then now my trade is 2 minutes. Every time you hit rollover, your time doubles. Also, every time you hit rollover, it's a 30% penalty.
Doc, we can't see your screen.
Oh, shoot, my bad. Appreciate that. There we go. Can you see it now?
Also, can you record this, John?
It's recorded. We good now with the screen?
Yes.
Cool. As I was saying, in the different brokers, Pocket Option is the only one that I've used that does not have the rollover option. So if your trade, you're confident in your trade, but you didn't pick the right time, which is always a guess. There is no magic formula. I don't care how good somebody says they are. Nobody wins 100% of their trades. But if you're super confident in your trade, like for instance, let's say I was confident in this trade, but 1 minute was not enough. If it had not got close enough to the expiration time, you would see an icon pop up under rollover. As soon as I click that, it extends my time by 1 minute. So whatever your time is, rollover doubles your time. So if I hit rollover, it gives me an additional minute. If I hit rollover again, it doubles 2 minutes. So now the trade is 4 minutes. Does that make sense so far?
Yes.
All right. Every time you hit rollover, the penalty is 30%. So on this particular trade, my risk is $1. If I hit rollover, my risk is now $1.30. So every time you hit rollover, it adds a 30% penalty, but you also win that additional 30%. So that's the pros and cons of a rollover. Again, pocket option does not have that option. Also, if you are new to binary options, this is different from traditional Forex trading. It's still Forex. See, same pairs. The difference with binary options is percentage payout based, meaning whatever pair you choose, there is an associated payout. The more difficult to determine the payout, in my words, the higher the payout percentage. So for instance, AUD NZD, based on the lower payout percentage, it would be simpler to predict the direction of that pair. CAD Chef, on the other hand, has a higher payout. So what that means is the prediction is more difficult. So if you want an easier option call, you would go with a pair that has a lower payout. So just know that the higher the payout, the more difficult, especially for newer traders, to predict the direction. Now, how that works in terms of money. So again, as you can see, the amount that I'm willing to risk right here is $1. My payout is 60%. So if I were to put this option, so I just hit put, my dollar, or that dollar, is taken as soon as I hit that put option. The strike price, as it's called, whenever I hit that put option, the strike price is recorded. As long as I am winning that trade, you'll see my payout at $1.60. If I lose that trade, then they just keep my dollar. So the benefit to trading binary options is you know exactly what your risk is. See, I won that trade. You know exactly what your risk is. So as we preach in traditional Forex, only risk 3%. If you have a $100 account, then 3%, you simply enter $3. There is no guessing. If you don't know how to calculate the percentage, take a calculator. Whatever your balance is, multiply times 0.03 or 3%. Hit equals, that'll give you the risk. My personal recommendation, obviously never risk more than 3 to 5% of your balance. Have a set amount that you are willing to risk, that you want to win for the day. So for me, my personal goal every time I trade is 5%. If you've been around and been on any of my sessions, I say all the time, 5% a day brings freedom your way. Sometimes, if I am extremely confident on a trade, I will risk the entire 5% on one trade. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm telling you that's what I do sometimes. Also, when I do that, I take extended trades, meaning in this particular setting, it's on turbo, which means you can trade anywhere from 1 minute to 30 minutes. You could also trade like traditional. You could trade intraday, see? Or you can trade long term, meaning you can set an end date, which is what most people who trade options do. They don't do 1, 2, 3, 5 minutes like we do. They do 6 month, 3 month, longer term options. For these purposes, we keep it on turbo. Trades generally are 1 to 3 minutes. If I do higher risk, I take longer trades, 5, 10, 15 minutes, because I literally mark up the charts like I do a traditional Forex. So on here, I take a 15 minute. I know that in this area is a level of support. So I would be willing to put in a trade for an extended amount of time with my prediction that this trade hits or extends beyond this level of support. So I do everything that I do on traditional trading. I go up to the hour, see the direction. As you can see, the direction is in the favor of a put. A put is a sell, a call is a buy. The momentum is in the direction of a put. We may be getting a retracement. So I drop down to the 15. No movement. Drop down to the 5. Okay, we're getting some pullback. Drop down to the 1. So I would wait for a pullback. It could pull back all the way to this area, which was the previous level of support. All the way in here. And I just wait. It's not pulling back. So this is one of those times I see what the next candle does. That determines how I trade. And just sit and be patient. Can you all hear my audio?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So, yeah, this is one where I would wait for it to pull back. It may not, but I'll wait for it to pull back. See if I got a pullback. Like, I'll get a pullback here. So just to show you. I put in a 2-minute call, which means within 2 minutes, I want price to be above my strike price. My strike price was 0.97553. So what I'll do is I will mark that strike price, 0.97553, 97553. Once I enter it, I go to see where I am. See, this green line is my strike price. As long as price is above this green line after 2 minutes, it does not matter how much above. We win that trade. So all you do is wait. There's no sense in being stressed. There's nothing you can do about it. It's not like traditional trading where you can close a trade out. Once you enter a trade, it's a waiting game. But I base this trade on my markup. If you've been around me, I am confident in my markups. So we just wait. Have about, oh, there it is. But it's not that long. Also, I keep my fixed time off, which means sometimes you can get in a trade and you have less than the allotted time. But we're going to win this trade. So far today, we'll be 2-0. Unless something like drastic happens and it spikes down, which it has done. There we go. 2-0. So let's look at another one. Anybody have any question? What does a pullback mean? Great question. So let's go back to the candle chart. So just like traditional Forex trading, everything applies. So this is where I will be getting ready to enter my puts because I know it's going to drop down. But a pullback is just this. If you look at the direction price was moving, you can see it was in a downtrend. It reached a level of support right here. Let me increase the thickness of this line. Where's my line thickness? Oh. Let's do this. Let's make it red. All right. It reached a level of support and then it pulled back, which means it went in the opposite direction. Does that make sense? Now, I see that it formed another resistance right here. So that's where I will start my trading within this level. And I just be patient. There's no need to force it. If it's taking too long, in my opinion, I'll move to another one. But I like this. Cool. Glad you got it, Malik. I would have put a put right up here for 2 minutes. And see it's dropping. If my strike price had have been 579, and generally, wait, is it 579? Let me see the coordinates. Yeah, 579. If I enter the put here at 579 for 2 minutes, as long as price is below 579, doesn't matter how much below. It could be 4 pips, it could be 1 pip. As long as it's below my entry, we would have won that trade. All right, question. So I've struggled to understand support and resistance. So is support actually where the candle goes from going downward to upward? Yes, you could look at it like that. You could look at it like that. So support, to keep it simple, support is a floor. Resistance is a ceiling. It came down to the floor and reacted or reversed. When it got to this ceiling, it reversed again. Absolutely.
Can you just pull your screen down a little bit so I can see the top? No, like your entire, yeah. So, just the last trade, and I just took my eyes off of it for a minute because I had a phone call. But the last trade that you entered it on this chart and then switched to your tick chart.
Yes.
Where do you put? I see your bid and your ask, but where is the time in terms of how long you want to trade? That's what I'm looking for.
Right here?
Hold on a minute.
Or you mean the countdown? Because this is, believe it or not, this is TradingView. These brokers bring in TradingView. That's another drawback with trading on the weekend. Even though you can't access TradingView from TradingView, which is where I mark up my charts, you can access TradingView inside of the broker. So even though
the talking screen was covering that entire right hand side.
Okay,
I got it.
Cool. You made me miss my entry here, but it's cool.
My bad. You get it back.
Yeah, you know I don't sweat.
I was also looking to open an account on Race Option for that same reason too. I just like the interface.
Yes, it's easier on the eyes. That's why I'm here. So yeah,
I saw who trade with that. Is it Nez or one of them?
Leo.
Leo, and it's just so much easier on the eyes. So I was like, I think I'm gonna transfer to Race Option.
Nez trades with it too.
Yeah, I've been on both of their sessions, and I'm like, wait, what are they using? And I zoomed in, I saw it was Race Option.
Yeah, so I can get my money out of the other ones, and I may leave it and bring it over here.
I'm trying to figure out if I should let it stay in IQ Center, just open a new account, race options, or
Well,
transfer?
Leo recommends to have multiples, so you don't actually over leverage on one. Yes,
Okay.
Sean Ray, I think that's your name. You can trade on the weekend. Binary options is 24 hours a day. So let's see what else we can find on this particular one. I will what I don't like about it as well. If I change pairs, I lose everything I marked up, so I have to remark. So on this particular pair, if it breaks this level of support at 469, I'll be looking for puts.
So it doesn't save your markup. Does it save your indicators?
Nope.
Ah,
Yeah, that's the drawback. So let's see what else we can find in the world of binary options. And if you all have an account and you want to take some trades with me, let's do it. I will recommend 1% or less today because on the weekends, the markets can be funny. Reginald, race option is the broker.
One question, please.
Yes.
Yeah, can we, do you try cryptocurrencies on binary?
You can trade crypto. I've traded Bitcoin on binary. What you do, you come over to currencies. See, this is everything you can trade. I've traded crypto and Ethereum. Crypto. I've traded Bitcoin and Ethereum. They're both crypto. Here's Bitcoin right here. Also, especially if you're new, you are probably used to candles. The tick chart is another monster you have to get used to. So I do my markup on the candles. After I enter, I go look at the tick chart. And it's superstition. It's all in my mind. But believe it or not, when I mark up on candles, my winning rate is much better than when I mark up on tick charts. Sharon, you see the winning on the tick chart. If you get a green bubble, you won. If you get a red bubble, you lost. Now let me get out of crypto and go back to currencies. Oh, USD CAD 83%. That means it is a difficult call. Let's see if we can find something. This is the 1 minute. See this level right here? And you have to train your eye. And Deborah can tell you because Deborah started, she didn't understand the charts. Now she marks them up like a master. Your eye will become trained at what support and resistance is. Give yourself time. Time is your friend.
just to reiterate what you said, Doug. Funny enough, it's so funny. Sometimes I listen to you talk and I just feel like you're in my mind. But I started trading too on the candle chart because my win ratio has been better. I don't know, for some reason I just see it better in terms of what I'm looking for.
Right.
With the tick chart, you really got to be really, really on cue to catch it when it gets in that zone. And sometimes too, what I find is, depending on the broker, there might be a little bit of a lag.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll cause you to enter either too high or too low. So that's why I like looking at the candle chart.
Y'all see I just put a put in?
Yep.
Now, will it win? Who knows? But I'm trusting it because I saw the activity here. And if I lose, it's less than 1% of my account.
Okay, how much was that one paying out?
83?
On IQ Cent, it's 75. Okay.
Push on down there. Quit playing.
You're gonna win that one.
Push one more. There we go. Oh, don't do me like that. And this is how it is though. So that went reversed, and it's all good. Now, if I were on a bigger amount, I would hit a rollover, but I'm well above my percentage for the day. So yeah, I would definitely do a rollover on this. If I could roll over, let me see if it may be too close to expiration.
I was gonna ask if you have a time limit to do rollover.
Yep.
Or-
Yeah, it's above expiration because I know given time. Oh, see, there it is. I told you. I would have rolled over if I weren't teaching because I knew time would have been on my side because I trusted that.
I just cleared that because I entered at 7:14
Cool.
and at 1 minute.
Cool.
And that's another thing. I don't use rollover a lot because I'm never quite sure. I know you want to. So let me get this. Do you roll over right before that the purchase deadline?
It is the broker gives you a time frame where you can roll over.
Okay.
Hey, Doctor, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, so I had a quick question. So I was watching a couple of Nas Vasquez videos,
Mm-hmm.
and this is pertaining to IML. So do you use Go Liberty for additional confirmation?
Well, they provide 1, 2, 3, 4 different strategies. So
Pocket.
whichever one you're going to use, study it. As you can see, I trade naked. I enjoy marking up the charts. I enjoy trusting my analysis. So I trade naked.
Okay, I understand that. I respect that.
But I know Mello uses the pickpocket, which is the strategy that Leo uses too. Ness uses web slinger, I believe. Millie uses. What does Millie use? Deborah, what does Millie use?
God, I can't think of the name.
I think it's the scalper, the simple scalper or something like that. Anyway,
Scalper, yeah. Simple scalper.
find one that works for you and use it. Let's see what else we can find. Also, me personally, I rarely trade anything less than 70%, but today, for demo
I
purposes,
actually like the web slinger strategy.
let's see what the 15-minute is looking like. All right, so right here. Let's make it black. On the 1 minute, on the 15-minute, this is the floor. Let's see how we're looking on the 5. See how we get those pauses too? You get those a lot on the weekend. So on the 1 minute, here's the floor.
I got a quick question.
Whoever that is, you must be on 2 devices. Because
I am because I can barely see the desk. I can barely see the chart on my phone.
mute one, please. It's right there. I'll put a put. Psh.
My questions in the chat box.
Questions in the chat box. You have 2. Which one? Or both.
Oh.
All right. Purpose of going to different time frames is to see the direction of the market. So you want to get an overall direction of the market. So the higher your time frame, so let's go to the day, for example. See, on the daily, at least temporarily, you have an uptrend. Let's make that thicker. Let's make that black. So we have an uptrend on the daily. Generally, I don't go as far as the day though in binary options. Highest I go is an hour. So on the hourly chart, you still had an uptrend. Big one. But now it's in a downtrend or a pullback based on the overall direction. So it's a few things you look at. And everybody has their own technique. So we have a downtrend. Let's just say this is a level of resistance. So that's the hour. We had an uptrend, pullback. Now we could be getting a continuation in the uptrend. That determines what type of trades I'm looking at. See, it's bouncing off of the floor. We already had the pullback, so we could be getting a continuation in the uptrend. But with that being said, I would be looking for possible calls. So drop down. As you can see, price did not want to break this area right here. I hope that makes sense so far. So I will be looking for potential calls. And again, there is no exact science. I don't care what people tell you, what the gurus tell you. If there was an exact science, they would be 100% accurate. So your trades are based on your experience, your analysis, and your gut. There is no password, Manny. Just go to runtheplay250k.com and it should let you in. So while I was talking again, that would have been my call for a minute or two. So let me see if I can get you the number. Oh man, just kicked me out. So everything I just did, I have to do again. What we on? GBP. Whoever that is, please mute. All right. What were we on? GBP? Yep, I think GBP USD. Let's see.
We're on GBP stage.
Yeah, I was about to say it wasn't GBP USD, not with that. So this is the 1 minute. Get a little pullback. GBP show. Thank you, Kyla, for providing that ID. Thank you, Kyla, for providing that ID. Also, Because you're trading such short time frames, if you don't see anything, there's no need to sit and ponder on the chart. Find another chart.
Doc, are there any particular pairs that you prefer trading, or do you just go through looking for whatever you can find?
It varies. Sometimes I stick to a few, but to be honest, it's mostly based on payouts. 70% or higher. Also, sometimes you can be cycling through different pairs and you will see a clear trend movement. Generally, those are the ones that I'll get in. Like if I can see a clear, like earlier today, I was on practicing some markups and there was a clear downtrend. It's just red arrows.
I can go here there.
Cardinal, please stop unmuting.
Hey, Doc, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, so quick question. When you are doing HFX and these binaries, how long exactly are you using at your table?
Oh, an hour.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
That's all I need to know.
you talking about 1 to 3 minute trades. I could do 7 trades in an hour. Go 6 and 1. I'm good and done for the day.
Nice, okay.
Can you answer my other 2 questions?
What were your other 2?
How do you know exactly when to enter a trade?
Experience and gut.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody has their different ways of entering. I never claim to be an expert, so I trust my analysis and my gut.
Okay.
If I mark up, for instance, again, just an example, if I were to mark this up, let's say I put that line here and I put one here. Whenever it touches a line and it doesn't break, I'm in the trade for the other direction. Does that make sense?
So now that's my next question. So would I be right to ask, does a pullback determine the call or the put?
Yes.
Gotcha.
So let me give you a very clear example of how I do like traditional trading. This is the support or the bottom right here. Some people use wicks, some people use bodies. All right. So if I were doing traditional trading, I would wait for a breakout and then a retest. After the retest, if it didn't break above, I'm in that trade for a sale. Does that make sense?
Kind of, sort of. It's still a little cloudy. It's not exactly as clear as I want it. But
How long have you been trading?
just for about 3 weeks.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, it's going to take time. But in traditional trading, you wait for certain conditions. Everybody has different, what they call confluences or confirmations. Based on your confirmation, if the conditions are met, that's when you get into the trade. For me, as I said, when it touches a certain area and rejects, that determines when I get in the trade. So on this particular one, it's breaking this floor. Let me see where the next area is. To do that, we have to go up to higher time frames. All right, so the next floor on a lower time frame will be up in here. See how it gapped?
Is that where it's breaking?
Where it broke, it gapped. So now the floor is down here. Here's the next area. This is a 15, so you would see candles in this area for this wick. So the question you ask yourself, do you think it's going to this next area? If so, in what time frame? So if you want to put in a put, you'll put in a put based on that. See, it's bouncing around. Let's go down to the 5. Let's see what it's doing. See, it rejected. This is the next area of support. It's rejecting on the 5. If it were to break and you trusted this as a level of resistance, the question would be, am I confident enough to enter a put in the hopes that it continues to go down? See it gap, now maybe come up and reject and push down. And there it is. So if you would have entered a put based on your gut and this level of resistance, you would be in profit right now or would have cleared.
So one more question. The more trades that you do, like if you're doing it in the demo account, the more your eye will be trained. Like if you make mistakes,
yes, yes,
you'll get better.
Yes.
Thank you.
So this is one of those instances. Remember I said sometimes I do longer term trades. This is one of those instances. I'm confident based on what it's doing up here that this particular price will reach this next level. I'm not certain, I'm confident. So in that case, I would enter a longer term trade to push down here on a put. So I would.
What I notice about you, you don't have a lot of markups. All I really see is the support and the resistance, and then the little trend line. That's all I really see with you.
Because indicators are lagging. They don't tell you what's going to happen. They tell you what already happened. So I don't base my trades on what already happened. That's in my opinion, my limited experience. That's faulty thinking. I want to see what price is doing right now. What behaviors is price exhibiting right now? That determines how I'm going to enter. Now, I'm not saying the indicators don't work, because all of the strategies use indicators. I just rather base it on price action. See this here? It has broken that level. Now, will it come back up? I hope so. So I can enter. This is the 1 hour though. Let's go down. That's 5 minutes. And there it goes. So go down to the 1. So what I would do, like on the tick, if it comes to 443, I would enter that. Now, all I can do is trust what I just said. There's nothing else I can do. Will I win? Who knows? But it's a matter of trusting your analysis. That thing could shoot up. See? I put in up here, it came down, it came back, but it stopped. Now it's going that direction. So what I would do, if it does not break this level, I would do another put. Here's my level right here. I need it to come up here and not break. Oh, let me put on my timer too. Where is it? There it is. Countdown. See, there's the push. It came up, didn't break. Push. The put up here, that's a clear trade.
I just stick that. The payout is really low on IQ Cent.
Yeah, it's only 60% here.
Yeah. Oh, it's the same. Yeah.
Yeah. I think those are the same people, to be honest. IQ Cent, Buy It, Forex, Race Option, I think it's the same people. There's the push. Push, push, push.
Doc, do you prefer the 2 minute just because it gives you the option to roll over as opposed to the 1?
1 gives you the option 2. You just have to do it quickly. It's play by ear. Sometimes I do 1 minute. Like if it's a really trending market,
yeah,
I'll do 1 minute and I'll catch it. Every time it pulls back, I'll hit an option.
Okay.
Most of the time I'll trade 2 minutes though. Sometimes I'll trade 3.
So going back to your tick chart, right?
Mm-hmm.
The horizontal line, is that where you're saying that you try to do your rollover before it crossed that horizontal?
So
the vertical?
Let me show you.
Yeah, vertical.
It'll have a vertical line that tells you, I forget what it says, entry or something like that.
Purchase, expire something.
Right. That's the last time you can enter for that particular time frame, and then it'll give you a rollover option if you hadn't allowed too much time to expire.
I never see that. That's where I'm confused at.
Because you probably win too many. You have to be losing a trade to get a rollover.
Oh, okay.
So if you never see the rollover, congratulations, you're winning all of your trades.
I'm not that. I'm not winning all my trades, but I always see the purchase deadline. But then I'm like, okay, at what point do I roll over is what I'm always trying to figure out. But I never see. Are you saying like it pops up on the screen?
Mm-hmm.
I never see that.
Under rollover, you'll see an icon pop up. That's how you click it to roll over.
Like on IQ Cent, the rollover button is at the. Wow, I gotta really. Now I'm just gonna enter a trade for like 50 cents just to see.
You can enter a 50-cent trade?
I don't know.
I think $1 is the minimum. Right now, Manny, I am using race option.
Where is it showing your profit? Like how much have you profited since we've been on here?
You have to open it. So if you look on whatever trade you take, it shows the profit here. So if I were to enter a trade for $10,
you're not entering them in.
Huh?
Are you entering in the trades?
I've entered some since we've been here, yeah.
So where does it show what you got or what
you would have to go to status closed. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Like it seemed like on some of them I've looked on there, it shows it at the bottom.
No, it's after it is gone, it goes to the closed trades area. I've only entered 3, I think. Yeah, because I'm just doing demos now. Let's see if we can find a good one though. Let's see. I know Leo trades USD SEC quite a bit.
GBP JPY is paying out 80%.
Mine is paying out 60.
Oh.
Let's see. $15 consolidation. Ideally, I find stuff that's like moving in a particular direction. Like this one, if it breaks above USD JPY, let's see what it's doing on the 5. This is one where I would do a longer time frame, just because I trust it. Give me pullback. Let's come down to the 1. Come down. Come down. Oh, let me enter the countdown. Ah, I missed my entry. See how it took off? Let's see. We still have time because it's on the uptrend. Well, it's on the down overall, but it's on a temporary up. Also, we have a morning star pattern right here. Answer questions. Thank you, Dawn, for putting those brokers in there.
You're welcome.
Missed my entry. It's all good. But this is one of those where I believe it will come up to make up this space. And I missed my entry when I was putting the timer on. I wanted to get in right here. Let's see. I missed it. Let's keep going. Uh-oh. Never a need to force a trade. Oh, this is a nice downtrend. So on this particular one, if price came back up to this area, it may have already broken. Let's go down to the 1. There we go. If I can get price to come back to this area and reject, I would sell that. See the downtrend? So right in here. Okay.
It's cardinal.
Yeah, keep unmuting. Let's see. See what it does around this area. Let's take it up to 20. Come up. Come up. Let's drop down on the day. at that. It's dropping on the daily, definitely. The hour, we may be getting a pullback. 15. See, we may be, I don't know if it's hit that peak. There we go.
Hey Doc, so like looking at you doing all of this, I think I definitely want to invest into the race options.
Okay.
My question is, when you set up your account, do you put up like all of your real information in there?
What did I put in? Well, if you're gonna trade real money, you need real information. Otherwise, you can't withdraw it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, got you.
Yeah.
And now, when it comes to the withdrawal process, how many like different loops do you have to go through to get your money? So, for example, like with Hugo's way, I had to go through so many different processes just before I can get my money.
Mm-hmm.
How does that work with race options?
If you're verified, right, meaning that you submitted your 3 forms of ID and they've okayed those, generally withdrawals are within an hour after they're cleared.
Got you. Okay. Thank you. Sorry about that.
You're welcome. See, we had that gap here. Let's see if it'll come up. All I want is a good pullback so I can enter a sell.
What does the gap mean?
Honestly, I don't know. Since we're on the weekend, I'm not sure what it means.
I was asking that because I've heard you say several times, and here's the gap.
Mm-hmm. I know when we trade traditional Forex, the markets for retail traders close on Friday at 5 p.m. But as you can see, the markets never close. So sometimes when you hop back on traditional trading on Sunday evening, you'll see a gap between where the market closed for you and where it is now, because that's all the activity that happened over the weekend. I've seen on the weekends though, there's gaps, especially on like exotics like USD SEC and the ruble, all of those, you'll see gaps all over the place. So I'm not really sure what they mean. Let's see what we get here. 15. We may be getting that pullback. So on this one, I need to come right up in here without breaking. If it does not break, that's a potential sell for me. And I'm going to take a long one. Malik. I think it was Malik. Yeah, Malik. I don't really have an ideal price. I'm just looking for a certain area without breaking. So I guess you could say ideal price would be around 630. But we're getting some uptick momentum, so it may come above. This is when I will use a fib. Yeah, so I think we're getting rejection up. Let me drop a fib real quick. Yep, we're getting push up. So 0 here. Oh, that's not a 0. Here's the 0 right there. So right up in here. There we go. I just did a 10-minute call. And usually when I do that, I just leave. There's no sense in me looking at it. I can't undo the order. I just let it play out. The reason I did that, let me show you my thinking, and it's just me. We had a strong push down, then we had a pullback. Now we just had a strong push down with wick rejection. Now we're getting a pullback. So at this point, I am using a Fibonacci to determine where I believe it will pull back. Not an exact science again. So I'm going from body of the top to body of the bottom. If you know me, you know I say at least 25%. So right in here, I'm anticipating that this will respect that 25% rule. It could come all the way up to 50. It could not come up. I'm just trusting that it will do the 25%. If I win, I get my 20 back plus 1660. And right here, they're not giving the full 1660, which is crazy. Maybe it's a weekend thing where they take an extra percentage. They're only paying out 1340. But that's where we are. And I don't want to go to the tick chart because I don't want to lose my lines and stuff. But does that make sense what I just explained about the order and all of that stuff?
Yeah.
Cool. So let's go down to the 5. See that rejection, that push up? So my expiration is at 2039. 02. On the tick graph, you can see where it expires. On here, at least I don't know yet. You can't see where it expires. Oh yes, you can. Here it is down here. So my strike price was 669. Right now it's at 689. So as long as it stays above 669, we're good. Ten minutes was probably a bit long, but that's what it is. Uh-oh, it's forming an evening star. Let's see what it does. Okay, I'm way above my entry.
My mother gonna take me, and me know tomorrow shining back again. Yes, I'm gonna get involved.
All right, Ian.
Sorry, Rock, that went on mute in accident. Sorry.
It's okay. It's like everybody unmute to go on their rant.
Funny.
Oh boy. So it's dropping. So we're still good so far. Oh, another technique too, and I know Leo does this. He'll put in tips of the opposite direction. So when it gets close, like he'll do, I did a call. So he'll put in puts. Like right there. In the opposite directions. It's not working right now. So you can zoom out. See my expiration time? So 5 minutes would have been perfect. That's why I said it's a crapshoot on the time. So I won those 2 puts, so that's good. Let's put some puts in right there. Put, push it up.
I'm definitely getting race option. This purple screen is killing my eye.
Yeah, I had to get off of IQ Cent.
Yeah, I can't. I just put a put on USD CAD and won that trade. But I can't do it. This purple is killing me.
Stay. Let's do a put. See how it pushes it up? It could be jinx. I don't know. But it works. And we're about to clear this right now. There we go. So, not concerned about those $1 on a $20 order. That makes sense? So I lost the $1, but I won the $33. So that's.
So Doc, I'm sorry. I know I asked this before, but so pause right here. So if you were to roll over, the rollover option would pop up just like how you see your win or loss.
Mm-hmm. No, it won't pop up here. You'll see an icon that pops up right here.
Where you? Hold on. Let me widen my screen. Where are you pointing at?
You see roll over at the bottom right?
Right, yeah.
An icon pops up when you can roll over.
Got it. Okay, perfect.
You didn't see it here because I was winning the trade the entire time except for the last minute or so.
That's where I typically look, but I always have my cursor there in case I want to roll over. Mm-hmm. Oftentimes I don't go, but now that you say an icon will pop up, that's their indication that, hey, this is the last opportunity you have to roll over.
Yeah, so.
Okay, gotcha.
I did that $20 too. This is a personal technique that I use. In the beginning, you saw we won 2 trades for $1 just to show you how to enter the trades. Then I lost one of the trades at $10. Okay. I did $20 to make up for the $10 I lost plus the additional trade.
Yeah.
And that's well within my 3%. So if you look at my account balance, that's well within my 3%. So always respect risk management. It's better to preserve your capital by not trading than to take losses. So I hope that helped you guys. I have to get off because I have a 4 o'clock call, but I hope you were able to learn something. Risk management and discipline, most important things. Anybody have any questions before we conclude?
Dr. Cajon.
Yep.
Good afternoon.
How you doing,
It's a
sir?
pleasure to finally be in your company. Thank you very much for what you're doing. And I just can't thank you enough. You're very direct to the point. And do we have this video recorded for review? For some reason, I was trying to get on it earlier on, but I couldn't. So I missed, the early part of your teaching.
Yes, sir. We have it, and trust me, the honor is mine to have you aboard. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we're going to send it to the forums, and that's going to help us. Thank you very much. I do appreciate all the questions and all your guidance. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Quick question.
Yeah.
For the beginners, how long do you think it takes to learn? Or how long did it take you to learn this when it was presented to you?
Everybody's different. The reason I was able to grasp this so quickly is because I've been trading now for about a year. And if you've been on any of my Sunday setups, I have a decent grasp of trading. So being able to apply what I learned through traditional trading on a shorter time frame has helped. And I know Deborah's on here. Deborah has picked it up rather quickly, and some other people. So what I would say, trade with the educators for about 30 days consistently, no more than $1 to $3. And then
on a live account or the demo?
Either one. If you're on the demo, I know we can get kind of out of hand on the demo because it's so much money. But I would recommend trading with an amount that you would fund an account with. And trade $1 to $3. No matter how big your account is, trade with $1 to $3 to get used to entering the trades, get used to the timing, and you'll start to identify how and why they entered the trades where they entered. And that's what I wanted to show you today based on marking up the charts, how I determine where I enter trades.
And see, I don't have a live account yet because when I first got in a couple of years ago, I was with Forex. So I know that HFX is a little different, but when I got in with Forex, they were saying not to even open up a live account until you worked in a demo account for a while.
Well, yeah, that's personal opinions. I'm all for live accounts. I'm not saying blow your money with live accounts like I did, but if you have $50, open an account with pocket options, trade with the educators, no more than $1 per trade for 30 days. Because if it's real money, then you will be more apprehensive in terms of risking more than you should.
So open up a live account with pocket options?
Yes, with $50, yes.
Even though it doesn't have the rollover?
Yes.
Okay.
Because pocket options gives you a demo account. I don't think these does. I believe race option may, but you have to request it.
Yeah, you have to go to chat and request the demo.
Yeah.
It's the same with VID, so you have to have a real account first.
Yeah, so
kind of crazy.
Well, I appreciate you guys. Questions keep me sharp, and you're always more than able to ask questions in the chat, and we'll make sure that those get addressed. So appreciate you guys. Enjoy your Saturday, and I have to prepare for this call.
All right, thanks, Doc.
You're welcome.
Hey, thank you, Doc.